Hello, welcome to another week. Now, this is an auspicious week if you are a parent, or indeed if you're a teacher, because the children are on their way back to school in England. And at the same time, we are beginning to look at where we might be able to go on holiday later in the year, and when we can start up other celebrations, weddings. Baptisms, of course, will start up by the grace of God later in the year, and all sorts of other things will open and become available. There's going to be a great shakedown, of course, because some businesses will have gone out of business, some businesses will have been upgraded, and one of those that will have been upgraded is actually St. Philip's Church, because our annex will have been completed at long last, and that's very exciting. It means that we've got a properly integrated community facility and not just a small Victorian church building with chairs and carpet, but no toilet. So that's rather good. That's rather good. And there's a number of things like that you'll notice as we move forward. Now, there's the first thing. We're moving forward. It's not going to be the same when we lose social distancing, which hopefully we'll have done by the end of June. All the capacities of churches come back properly then, and the opportunity to be together, to meet together, to share together, face to face, will be restored to us after a really long time. Some people will have got so used to meeting online they'll find it difficult to come back and meet together again. Other people will have appreciated the flexibility that they have had by being able to dip into a service at any time of the week. And we're looking at that as a clergy team right now, and propositions are being made ready, and we'll be looking to hammer those out between now and the end of the month. How are we going to do our services? When are we going to do our services? What are we going to do online? The Archbishop of Canterbury is urging us to carry on with online services. So these messages are very much part of that. And I hope very much that you will bear that in mind. The late Canon Michael Saywood pointed out that sermonettes make Christianettes. If we only ever rely upon little flecks of teaching here and there, and the old Bible story, perhaps one we read with our children or our grandchildren, we really won't know a lot about Jesus, and we certainly will struggle to be carriers of his light in this world. And there's the challenge. We are called to be what is described as temples of the Holy Spirit. Now, a temple, in the context in which it's written, means a place where God dwells. Now, we know that God is everywhere, but in a very special way, the presence of God is in his temple. And we're called, each one of us, to be a container of God in a special way, so that his light comes from us. Is that what we want to be? Is that what we want to be? If it is, it's going to take time, it's going to take effort, it's going to take a shaping of our lives to enable us to meet together, to read the Bible, to pray, to want to be what Jesus is calling us to be. And so here we are still in Lent, still supposedly thinking devotionally about these matters. So let's do that. Let's say, well, what are my life priorities right now? Is it just my job and my family? Or in that context, is there a higher ambition that I should have? To put Jesus first and to be his person and the carrier of light in this world.